Now that you've successfully logged into your Office 365 account, it's to learn how to use some of the features of it. Every time you log in, it will generally land you on this page, and this shows you the different applications that are available to you. Now, as we described earlier for this course description, the benefits to using Office 365 is that anything that you create within Office 365 or that you upload to Office 365 is available to you anywhere you have internet access, because this is all browser based. Right now I'm using Firefox. You can use Chrome, Internet Explorer, anywhere you have internet access, no matter what type of device it is, even on smartphones, tablets, doesn't matter what tablet it is, as long as you have internet access, you can access your documents. And this is great benefit for our students that are going to be using this next year, because in the past they weren't able to access their documents from home, and now if they create things through Office 365, they'll have that ability. Regardless of whether they bring their tablet home or not, if they have internet access at home or at the library or someplace else, they'll be able to access their documents. So one of the main features we're going to be focusing on throughout this course is your OneDrive area. In OneDrive is the storage area, the cloud storage space, hence the picture of the little cloud, where everything is going to get stored. Any type of document that you create, this is where it's going to be housed. We'll take a look at some of these other applications over here: Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote. Many of these you are already familiar with. These are just online versions. And we're not really going to explore some of these other applications over here. The mail feature is not going to be necessary because you have your own school email. This email doesn't actually work. There is a calendar feature that's also associated with this particular email. We're not going to really play with sites or tasks or anything like that, but there's a lot of features buried in OneDrive that we will take a look at. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on OneDrive, and that's going to bring us to our OneDrive screen. And when we teach the students how to use this, we also really focus on the area of OneDrive, because they can not only see all the documents they may have created, but this is where they can also create new documents as well. Now this is Tim Tebow's account, and you can see Tim Tebow, he's pretty organized. He's already got some stuff in here, and he's actually made some folders in his OneDrive account so that when he creates documents, he can put them into the very specific folders. So what we're going to be doing in this video is very simply creating a document, adding some text to it, and then I'm going to show you how to reopen that document and edit it again so that you can go back to it and make changes. So once you get into OneDrive, for those of you who are brand new, who just logged into Office 365 for the first time, when you click on OneDrive, it's going to do a little setup process, and it'll take maybe 30 seconds to a minute. You may have to scroll down and click next a few times so that you get to this screen. Everybody else who has already logged into Office 365 and has clicked on OneDrive already should go directly to this screen. So let's create a brand new document. Once we're in OneDrive, what we're going to do is we're going to click on New. And when you click on New, these are all the different types of documents that you can create. In addition, you can create folders so that you can organize everything that is in here. So if we're going to click on Word document, and once this loads, you're going to see that the online version looks almost identical to the desktop version that you normally use on your school computer or your home computer. You're going to see a lot of the same tools, a lot of the same toolbar features. So now we're in Word online, and you can see we're still in the browser, we're still on the internet, we're not using the desktop version, we're still in Office 365. This Word online over here will remind you where exactly you're working. So we have our page here where we can start typing. We have all our tabs so that we can insert pictures, do whatever we need to do in our Word document. You're going to notice up here, right up here at the top, it says Document. By default, it's going to name every document that you create in Office 365 with the title Document. So when we teach this to the students, what we try to do immediately is have them name their document. So if we click up here where it says Document, we're going to type in a title for this. So here's my title. And the reason we do this is if you start to type in your document immediately, very often we forget, and the students forget, to name the document so that when they go back into Office 365 at a later time, the name of their document remains document. And if they create a second document, it's going to be called document 1, document 2, document 3. So it's a good habit to get into to name the document immediately. And again, all you got to do is click inside it and then you can type. So now I'm going to bring my cursor down here. Oops, won't let me put in a question mark. I did that on purpose just to see if you were paying attention. So we're just going to call this my summer vacation. Okay, so we're going to click inside here, and now we're going to have the opportunity to type a little bit. So once I have my cursor down here, I can begin typing my essay. And we can just type in whatever we want. I love my summer vacation. Now, if you notice at the bottom while I'm typing, it says saving. This is something else new to get used to. Because we're in an online environment and we're connected to the internet, as I type, it is automatically saving everything. So you can see now it changed from saving to saved. There actually is no save button up here. And I know we try to drill into our students, make sure you save, make sure you save, make sure you save. As long as we're connected to the internet, you will see this as you're typing change from saving to save because it will continually save everything. So what you're going to do with one of the first assignments here is you're going to create this Word document and you're just going to put a title in it and you're going to put a little blurb, a couple of sentences about, I don't know, the best thing that you have done so far this summer, even though we've only been into summer a week or so. And then what you're going to do is we're going to exit out of this and we're going to go back into it so that we can add a little bit more. So now you're probably saying, Jill, I have no idea how I'm going to get out of it. I don't know where the exit button is. So here is your little trick. There's a couple of different ways you can get out of this. One of the ways, and this is the main one that you should focus on, is this little icon over here in the upper left-hand side. If we click on that, that's going to give you a little shortcut preview of all the different applications that were available to you when you first logged in. So you can do it this way, or you can click on your name and this will also bring you back to your OneDrive screen. So let's say we're done with this document for now. We're going to go back to it later. I have my title on it. I've already added some text to it, and I have to go do something else. So I'm going to go back over here to OneDrive. So I click on OneDrive, and after I clicked on OneDrive, it brings me back to my OneDrive screen. So now you can see, because I remember to name that document, it shows up in my list of documents, and it puts a little green asterisk next to it indicating this is the last document I worked on. You can see it says here about a minute ago. So if you get a long list of documents as you continually work on Office 365, you can sort your documents by just clicking on some of these titles up over here. If I wanted to sort it by date, I could click on the modified button and it would sort it by date. Now let's go back into this document and let's add a little bit. So let's say it's an hour later or it's a day later. I need to go and continue to work on this essay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on the title of it, and that's going to bring me back to my document. Now you can see right now the document is here, but I don't have any of the tools that I normally would see in Microsoft Word, and I'm clicking, 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 clicking. I don't have a cursor. How on earth do I get back to editing this document? You come up over here where it says Edit Document, and you have two options, Edit in Word and Edit in Word Online, and this is where it gets tricky with the students. We want to make sure, particularly with Microsoft Word, that they're working in the online version. There is a way to launch this from the online version into the full version, but we only need to do that if there are some tools that are not available in the online version and that we want to use the full version for. For Microsoft Word, generally that's not going to be necessary because really all you're going to be working with in Word is text. You're not getting fancy with pictures or like in PowerPoint with transitions and all that type of stuff. We'll get into that later. So you're going to make sure that you click on Edit in Word Online. And then now you can see my toolbar pops up, my cursor pops up, and I can continue to add to this document. So we're just going to add a little bit more. I can't wait to see my best friend Bill Robinson, because this is Tim Tebow, so he can't wait to see me apparently. Alright, so this is what you're going to be doing for your first assignment, is that you're going to be creating a new document in Microsoft Word Online. I want you to make sure you name it, add some text to it, go out of it, and go back over to OneDrive, and then get back into it and see if you can reopen it. Add a few sentences to this. And then what you're going to do on the next video, I'm going to show you how to share this document with me so that I can actually see your work.